Okay, welcome. Hope you all can hear me. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday afternoon at home at the sports stable. Riders against T-Birds, the 16th T-Birds. They were playing Okanagan last night, and their first goalie got run or something, wound up breaking a bone in his neck or his back or something. Sounds horrible. So best wishes to him. That's always hard to hear. Looks like we're getting kicked off here with Owen Senya, Landon Palick, Chase Bueller, James Beeler, and Lars Monroe on defense. Puck win back by Owen to Chase, Landon to Owen, into the zone, shot on net, well, just over the net, into the near corner. And at the hash marks, taken by Landon. Landon leaves it for Owen. Owen sends it down just to the side of the net. Picked up by Chase. Chase centering pass right in front to Landon, and they break it out of the zone, coming back down into our zone. Held up at the top of the circle. Landon takes it, gets it out. He's got some speed. He's got James going with him. Makes a move around to the outside to the far corner behind the net. Puck comes to the near corner at the hash marks, and they cycle it up off the glass out of the zone and into our zone. Lars grabs it deep in the near corner. He skates it to the dot and sends it all the way up to Lincoln. Lincoln chips it into the zone. It's Lincoln, Ryan, and Colt out there up front now. We got a D change too. Kane comes in. Lincoln banging around, squirts it over to the far corner. They backhand it up and out through neutral ice into our zone. Centering pass. Somebody picks it up. Shot! And it goes wide. And in net we have Phillip. Today, there's a pass up to Colt. Who backhanded that? Lincoln. Big lead man pass up to Colt just in front of him. Colt's working that far corner. Ryan comes in to pick it up. Centering pass. Almost made that out to Lincoln. They take it. Colt runs his guy. Lincoln puts his guy in the boards, but they grab it and skate it out of the zone. Anyway, 3-on-2, heading the other way. Big backhand. Through the crease. Picked up by Ryan. Ryan gets out of the zone. He's got Lincoln on the near side. Ryan gets taken down. There's a penalty coming, and we're going to be on a penalty or on a power play for the first time at 15:15 remaining in the first. So we'll be a man up. Looks like we have Caden out there, TJ, Landon, Riddick, and Bjorn, far side. So face off to their goalie's right in the far corner. Riddick at center, puck still loose, back to T-Birds. They sling it around to the near corner, and it gets out of the zone. TJ chases back. Picked up behind our net by Bjorn. He resets. Riddick comes out. He goes wide side over to TJ. TJ in front of our bench. TJ to the near side to Landon. Landon into the zone at the hash marks. Dumps it around for Riddick behind the net. Bounce pass up to Bjorn. Bjorn keeps it alive. Back to Riddick. Just loses the handle on it, and the T-Birds get it out of the zone. Bjorn comes up to Caden, but one T-Bird kid stepped in front of it, and now it's a battle. And then we kick it into their zone. So I know there's a kid in Lincoln's class at the Summit Academy who is on the T-Birds. He's a 15, and he's skating up on this team today. So his name's Harmio. I'll look for a number. There's a one-time and a shot. Nice shot by Owen. Man, that looked like it was going on the near side, but that goalie closed down that near side pipe. But a good opportunity. And we have a minute 1 left on the power play. So we have Lars out there, Lincoln, Chase, Ryan, Owen. Ryan at center. Win back to T-Birds. Chase is following him hard. The kid skates out with some speed. That might even be, nope, it's not Dashel. Dashel Harmio is the T-Birds 15. Close it down at the top of our circle on the near boards. Owen is working to get it off, and he comes away with it. Owen gets it up to Chase. Chase gets into the zone, makes a move, leaves it to Lincoln. It chips back over to the near boards, comes back up to Owen, and we're going to reset on this. We've got 31 seconds left. Owen looks for a shot. He shoots. No rebound there. They backhand it up. Lincoln picks that up. Gets it down to Ryan. Ryan shovels it up. Bounces back to Lincoln. Lincoln moves it back to Ryan in the far corner. And then he gets bounced up into the boards. He still has it. Moves it over to Chase near boards. Up to Owen. Owen walks in. Owen, backdoor. Lincoln was coming in, but somebody got a stick on that one and chipped it up and out. Lars keeps it alive, sends it hard back down off the glass to the near corner. Picked up by Chase. Chase up to Owen. Owen, now they're at even strength. Owen looks for, gets picked, and they get it out of the zone and send it deep, but picked up by Lars in the neutral ice, and then Owen backhands it down into their zone. Ryan still out there, chases and leaves it for Jackson. Jackson gets dumped, but he had a pickup. Ryan out there. Ryan looking for shoot. Ryan tries to turn the corner around the back of the net. Oh, Jackson, beautiful pass up to Jackson, and Jackson had a great opportunity. Their goalie made a nice save, and then Jackson took a face washing from one of the T-Birds kids. A couple of extra. I'm surprised the kid didn't get a call on that one. It was going on, but Jackson looks like he might be heading to the box. I don't know why. What did he do? Except take a frickin' glove in the face. That's a bullshit call right there. So we're man down at 12:48 left in the first. And the face-off comes to Phillips' left in the far corner. James, it looks like. Jack is out there. They pick it up. Jack, Fisher, James, and it looks like Caleb. So that's holding down the penalty kill situation for us right now. Up to the near point in the center. Shot. Loose puck. Batted. Backhanded out by Caleb. Nicely done. Into their zone. Jack gave some pursuit and then pulled off. And now they skate up hard. Jack's harassing him and causes a turnover. Nicely done, Jack. And James steps up and buries that one deep down again. Nice job by Jack to create the turnover. And they send it up to the blue line, into the zone, offside. Or icing, sorry. That's going to be icing, not offside. Offside. Icing faceoff comes back down into their zone. Near corner, we have Jacob, we have Kane, Xander, Colt. Jacob takes the face off. Puck back to T-Birds. Jacob's pursuing, skates through neutral ice, goes to the far side, walks down in the middle. Xander kind of drives him wide, still has it behind the net. Xander puts a body on him, another body. Kid still has the puck. He's looking for help. He comes to the near point up to the top and almost lets it come out of the zone, but they maintain possession. At the hash mark, and Kane gets it out. Nicely done. Sends it all the way back down and held up by their goalie behind the net, picked up by number 5. And they come out, bobble it a little bit. Colt gets right in the middle. Jacob creates a turnover off of his skate, and it floats back to the goalie who just shovels it to the near boards. Colt puts a nice hit on the kid. Good job, Colt. He's creating chaos back down, and they have 22 seconds left. There is a penalty coming, and I didn't see it. I think it was Bjorn or maybe Colt and number 10. Oh, he slashed. So I heard what they said. The kid slashed a stick out of either Colt or Bjorn's hand. So we're at even strength for the next 19 seconds, and then we've got about a 40 man advantage. So we're on the kill. We're on the 4-on-4. We have Lars, Owen, Chase, and Landon. Lars has it. Chase in the bottom. Chase behind the net. Chase moves it around. Getting some harassment there. Picked up by Owen. Owen, far corner. Owen, top of the circle. Jigging and jagging, looking for a pass. He said he came out of the zone. Yeah. Maybe he stepped on the line. I don't know if he went over it. So we're man up now with $1:40 left on their penalty and 10:47 remaining in the first period. 0-0 is the score. Chase, Lincoln, they slam it up and out. Owen backhands it into the zone. They glove it down near corner, and they send it up and all the way down into our end. Lars gets after it. Chase is up here banging shoulders with the kid. Lars goes to Owen. Owen far side in front of our bench, gets in the zone. He's got Lincoln on the back door. Shot, rebound goes back to Owen, picked up in the near corner, sends it over to Lincoln. Bouncing puck, one-timer shot. Nice shot. Good cover by their goalie. Face off at center ice. Jackson is out there. Fisher is out there. Jack Stewart, James, and Caleb on defense. James picks up the puck behind our net. He goes wide side over to Jack. Jack loses the handle. They kick it back down to the top of the circle, and James gets it back to Jack. Back to James. James flicks it out of the zone. Fisher, Jackson picks it up. Jackson puts it into the zone, and Fisher chases hard into the near corner. Slings it around to the far side, and it gets underneath Jack Stewart's stick and out of the zone. Back into ours. Picked up by Caleb. Left around to James. James goes hard. Jack chips it up and out. That should be good, and it won't go for icing. Fisher puts some pressure on him up front. They go to the near corner. Oh, Jack almost batted that one down, and now it's a breakaway. Phillip. Odd man rush, they bury that one, and I don't know why we have a bunch of T-Birds sitting right in front of us. Kind of annoying, but T-Birds go up by 1, so we got some work cut out for us. 2-on-1, didn't leave Phillip much of an opportunity back there. Jacob, Kane with the puck. Kane moves it up. Jacob gets it almost into the zone. And there's a battle with Riddick. Riddick is banging a kid on the boards. Jacob sends it deep. Puts it down. Caden chases it into the far corner. They come up with it. We're down by 1. So they chip it up around Riddick. Centering pass, batted aside by Riddick. Up to the boards, top of the circle on the far side, picked up by Caden. Jacob has it, so it's Caden and Jacob. Jacob chips it up to Caden. Nicely done, nice pass off the board. Sends one in, and then there's a rebound opportunity. Comes out to Riddick. Riddick backhands, and it just missed the net. Caden is working the near corner. Jacob comes in to try to leverage it off. 3 T-Birds over there, 2 Riders. Jacob goes down. Riddick comes in and grabs the puck, sends it back to Bjorn. Bjorn across to TJ. TJ looking for a shot. He gets one. Tipped by Caden, but their goalie patted it away. Now Jacob sends one, doesn't clear through, a bunch of traffic in front. Caden tries to leave it for Riddick. Riddick is working a kid that lost his stick. Riddick gets it. Nice centering pass, and the puck was just sitting in front of the net. Riddick goes into the net somehow, maybe pushed. Good job, Riddick. Bjorn to Jacob. Jacob gets it up and out. They pick it up in neutral ice and send it back down deep into our zone. Bjorn recovers in the near corner, and he sends it up off the glass. It comes out. Ryan gets after it, puts some forward pressure on. Lincoln's out there with Colt. TJ and Bjorn are still out on defense. Kid walks down the middle, still has possession. Nice poke away by Bjorn. TJ gets it up. They keep it in. Oh, Lincoln. No, that was Ryan. Ryan got it out. Lincoln has it. There we go. And puck is loose still. Oh, how did we not bury that one? It was Lincoln to Ryan. Ryan had it there, and goalie saved it. Oh, nice job by Lars to recover. Puck is back up. Lars keeps it alive. Comes down to Colt. Colt backs it down into the far corner. Lincoln goes hard after it. Ryan is there. Ryan overshoots it, but he winds up with it on his stick. Nicely done. Tries to chip it back. Lincoln clears some space. There's a shot that doesn't get through traffic. Lincoln grabs it, sends it up, and there's a shot right off the pad from about 1.5 feet away. T-Birds grab it and get it out of the zone. Oh, my word. Did you see that hit by Caleb? Man, dumped the kid. That was a beautiful hit. Oh, nice work by Lars behind the net. Good job to get away from pressure. He backhands it around to, is that Xander? Xander moves it over to Caleb. Caleb gets it up and in the zone. Lincoln brings it into the zone, but it's offside, I think. Possibly Ryan was offside. I'm not 100% on that one. Man. Caleb laying down some hits. 5:24 so far. They're putting up shots. Guess what they are? 12 for us. Guess how many they have? 1, and that one went in. So, at least in the shot column, we're up. We're going to convert that to some scores here in a minute. James puts it deep. Lannon picks it up. Kane is up on near point defense. Backhanded down. Senya working it in the near corner. Kane floats it back down to Owen. Owen is like tied up, twisted around. Had to reach back. Lannon has it in the middle. Lannon leaves it for Kane. Kane shoots one. Ooh, on net. Shot was pad saved by their goalie. And now it's in the far corner. Chase has it. Chase centering pass. Doesn't. James puts one up high. Not too high. Gloved by the goalie. And holds it for a whistle. But a nice shot. Good opportunity. Good effort. So that's 14 shots. Us, them 1. Just got to keep it going. Keep the pressure on. Defense still is Kane and James. Up front now we have Jackson, Jack, and Fisher. Fisher's at center on the far corner to their goalie's left in our offensive zone. Kane picks that one up, sends it down to the far corner. Jackson picks it up, gets run up into the boards. Kane steps down to the hash marks, swipes at it, gets it down behind the net a little bit, and they dump it to the far side. Fisher tries to pressure him. Puck comes up through neutral ice and into our zone. Kane gets back to pick it up, comes out with some speed, moves it up to Jackson. Jackson goes wide side over to James in front of our bench. James gets into their zone. James looking to make a shot, shoots it, and that's on net. He gets a little rebound opportunity, almost pokes that one in. Nice job by James to create, and James breaks his stick. Maybe it was already broken, but now it's definitely broken. I saw him break the final part over his knee. So that sucks. There's $300 for you. Riddick. Jacob Caden up front. And Bjorn and Xander on defense. Xander left, Bjorn right. Puck drop back to T-Birds. They slam it hard up to the near boards. It comes out of the zone. Bjorn hustles back to get it. He backhands it down to the end. Xander picks it up and he goes once off the boards, and then Caden gets rocked on that. They bounce pass it out. Bjorn kicks it in. That's offside. Caden clears. High stick by them, I think. So there's a whistle and there's going to be a face-off to their goalie's right in the offensive zone. 3:40 remaining. Riders down by 1. Riddick at center. Jacob Caden. Caden tries to get it. Kid brings it out of the zone. Bjorn picks his pocket, goes wide side over to Jacob. Jacob backhands it down into the zone. Riddick picks it up, top of the circle. Riddick makes a nice move to the outside and loses an edge. Goes down and he gets tripped. No call on that. Backhand through the center. We have it. Riddick sends it up. Oh, nice pull in. Good recovery by Bjorn. Bjorn sends one. There's a little bouncing puck. Little rebound the goalie cannot control. He gets it off to the side and then they come out through neutral ice. Xander steps up on it. Xander goes through traffic. He's like right in front of the bench and everybody changing. 3 guys. Lincoln over to Bjorn. Bjorn into the zone. He's got a lot of space. Sends one in. No rebound, but Lincoln was there in case one was going to happen. Now there's a little bit of mixing it up. Lincoln gets dumped down. Colt is there. Some choice words, I'm sure, are being exchanged. Ryan, Lincoln, and Colt up front. Caleb, TJ on defense. Puck down, near corner. Lincoln to Colt. Colt behind the net. Colt looking to move it in front. Shot covered up by their goalie. Lincoln tried to get it in. Man, we're putting pressure on, so it's up to 18 shots. Still 1 for them. So we're dominating on the offensives. We just need to convert. Their goalie. Puck drop. Picked up by T-Birds. Skated out of the O zone into our D zone. Kid still has it. Oh, Colt, nice hit, and there's a whistle. I didn't see that. Might have been offside. That was a really late whistle because they were already playing down behind the red line down at the bottom. So puck drop right outside our zone. Same forward line. Lincoln, Ryan, Colt. In that order, TJ, Caleb. Caleb steps up into him. They get it into our zone somehow. Picked up by Tej. Tej goes up to Ryan. Ryan shoots it ahead to himself. Ryan makes a nice move across. There is a shot. Puck is loose in the corner. TJ steps down on that one and then gets dumped from behind. Lincoln trying to keep it alive. It does squirt out of the zone right in front of their bench. Now it's a 2-on-2 going the other way. And Kid walks in, makes a move to the outside, and then he tries to move it up, but Ryan is there to pick him. Penalty coming. Cross-checking by who? Them, I'm hoping. TJ heads to the box. And we're man down for 2 minutes, and there's a $1.58 left. In the first, we're down by 1. We're up by 19 shots, 20-1. One of those has to go in. Come on. Can't let their goalie get a big head. Owen. Puck comes back to their point. Jackson is out there. Owen is out there. They go down to the near dot, up to the top. Shot blocked aside by Lars. It's Lars and Kane on defense back there. They pick it up behind our net. Backhanded up to the near point. Kid moves it down to the top of the circle. He walks into the dot. Shot. And just got chipped up and over the net. They have it behind our net. Backhand to the top of the near circle. Top of the near circle again. Over to the far point. Kid walks in. Shot deflected. And that was nicely done. Up and glove down. And then Owen gets it up and can't quite. The kid has to back it across the blue line out to neutral ice. 1:08 left. Good kill so far. They're not getting any really good quality shots. Well, they did get one because their number of shots on net went up to 2. Nice stick by Jackson. Good. Kid moves in, looking for a shot, backside, nobody there. Senya runs his guy up to the board, and it comes out of the zone. Nice job. 45 seconds and 42 on the clock, the first period. Kid walks down into our zone. Chase pulls him down, no call, even though one of the T-Bird parents wants to beg for one, and then Xander sends it deep into their zone. Fisher gets after him, then pulls up. Xander's out there with Fisher, James, and who else? Landon. They come into our zone. 14 seconds. Xander pushes them wide. They drop it to the near top of the near circle, and they go far side point in front of our bench. Far corner, picked up by James. James sends it hard up and chipped out of the zone by, was that Chase? All the way in, and that's going to do the end of the first. End of the first, down by 1, up by 18 shots. I'm going to put it on mute so we hopefully don't get censored by YouTube. Sorry, I'm on mute. That was Chase with a beautiful finish off the pickup. Drove it one-on-one and then beat his player. And we're in the money, tied up at 1. No assist, goal by Chase. Good job. So that's 21 shots to 2 for them. We just got to keep that momentum going. So goal number 1 by Chase. Face-off win back to the T-Birds. Outlet pass. Caleb mixes it up. Somebody picks it up from them. Shot. There's a shot on net for them, number 3. Bjorn working behind the net. They somehow come away with it. And he's looking for another shot, and it is a shot. Covered up by Phillip, so they just doubled the amount of shots that they had on us in about 2 seconds in the whole game. Waiting for the puck drop here. Comes back, Bjorn. misses that one, but he does almost grab it. Picked up by a T-Bird kid, shot and batted aside by Philip into the far corner, left behind the net for them. All right, guys, let's go. We need to clear it out. There we go. Bjorn finally has it, and he goes back around to the other side. Ryan gets there. He sends it up, but unfortunately it just hit into the T-Bird bench and went out of play. 26 left in the second. They have 5 shots. We have 21. And a whole new line comes out. TJ, Caden, Jacob, Riddick, Kane, far side. Face-off is to their or to our goalie's right, to Philip's right, in our defensive zone. Kane with a nice hit, separate the kid from the puck. Riddick takes it away, gets it back to Tej. Tej comes up to Caden. Caden gets it up, and Jacob goes after it. Jacob tries to get there, but they pick it up and get into their zone. Score is 1-1. They get it up, and that's going to be icing. Face off in the offensive zone to their goalie's right. Riddick, Caden. Puck up. Kane sends one in on net. Loose puck in front. Picked up by T-Birds. Sent to the far boards. Kane gets there in front of our bench and then whiffs on it, but comes out. So we have to clear the zone. They get a free out. Jacob gets there. Puck kicks up in front of our bench and they get it out again. 2-on-2 going the other way. Nice job by Kane to pick up that puck. We're in neutral ice, battling back and forth. TJ dumps a kid. Nice job, Tej. Kane behind the net, loses control, goes into the far corner, then he bodies a kid. Riddick comes in. Puck is bouncing up in front of the net, and it's loose, picked up by Riddick behind the net, and he goes to the far corner, far boards. Jacob gets over there, can't get it out of the zone. They still have it. Oh, Riddick made a move to try to get that. Centering pass, TJ sends it up, and that's going to be icing, but we cleared the zone. There was a lot of pressure right there, so it was necessary to clear it out. Next line in, Jackson, Jack. Fisher up front with James on defense, along with maybe Caleb right in front of the net. Nope, that's Lars, sorry. James, bottom of the circle, up and out. That's going to be icing. I'm not going to chase that puck. Okay, puck drop. Phillips left in our defensive zone in the near corner. Back to T-Birds. T-Birds send one, deflected up and out. Ooh, there's a big pass up to Jack. Jack picks it up. Jack top of the circle, sends one in. And nice shot by Jack, covered by their goalie, no rebound, and he holds on to it for a whistle. 13:52 remain in the second. 23 shots for us, 5 for them. 1-1 is the score. We've got Chase, Owen, and Landon up front. Nice win back by Owen. Comes back to Lars, and Lars has that come out over the blue line to him, and then it's chipped up and out of play by Chase into our bench for a whistle. Xander and Bjorn come on for defense. Same offensive line. New puck gets tossed up out of the penalty box. Puck drop, Owen at center. Win back for T-Birds. Oh, picked up by Chase. Chase sends one. Glove save, but it's a little rebound. Back to Owen. Owen sends one. Gets deflected wide. And comes back to Chase. Chase has it behind the net. Chase circles back to the near corner. Around behind the net. Looking to make a move. He goes wide side over to Landon. Landon up to Bjorn. Bjorn Back to land on top of the circle. Cross to Xander. Xander moves it over to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one in. Shot. Saved by their goalie. Good movement. We had them chasing their ass, and we had them running around a lot. We were able to move the puck the way we wanted to, and we were making good passes and holding on to it. Good shot. Looking for the rebound. 26 shots to 5. Puck is still underfoot. Chase has it. Sends one in on net. Their goalie holds on to it. Face off to their goalie's left in the far corner. Another face off by Owen. This one's picked up by T-Birds. Chase is there to try to get it, or Lannon's there to try to get it off. Chase has it. Up to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one, but gets blocked. And then he gets another opportunity at it. Comes back into the near corner. Owen sends one through the crease. And the net is off. Okay, puck drop behind the net, picked up by T-Birds. They send it up and out of the zone and into ours. That's going to be icing. Bjorn and TJ watch that one go all the way. All right, new line comes out. Cole, Ryan, Lincoln, TJ, Caleb. Puck drop, picked up by T-Bird, skated out of the zone. They go around Caleb, picked up by T-Bird. TJ shot comes over to the near boards and then out of the zone. Ryan puts some pressure on him. Lincoln is up there. They go all the way up to their cherry picker. Caleb gets tangled up, and then it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Caleb. Maybe a hooking. I don't know what the call is going to be, but he's heading to the box. Just looks like they got tangled up. I don't think it was a real fantastic call by the refs. Holding, maybe. So, we're on the kill again. Lincoln, Ryan, Lars, and Kane. Back to the far point, up to the top of the far circle. Walks down, shot, score. Squirted it through. That's unfortunate. We'll get it back, though. I'm not worried. And all of a sudden, we're back at full strength. Not the way we want to get there, but Okay, sorry about that. We had a mute situation. Anyway, the goal was waved off. The whistle was blown before the puck went into the net. We get it back. Bjorn backhands it up to Caden. Caden tries to get it out of the zone. We can't. Picked up by James. Leaves it for Bjorn. Bjorn back over to James in the far corner. Someone lost a stick. Looked like a T-Bird kid was. We're having a hard time getting it out of the zone. Top of the circle. James comes away with it behind the net. Brings it over to Bjorn. Bjorn up off the glass and out of the zone. In on net. So that's going to be no icing. T-Birds take it the far side. And we take it away. Jacob was there. Caden still following. James forces him wide. Nice back check by, who was that? Jacob. Good back check. There you go, Bjorn. Bjorn's doing some work back there. Riddick. Oh, puck is in front, and Phillip covers that one. Man, that was a little bit of a mess back there. 9 shots for them now, 27 for us. New line coming in, Jackson, Jack, Fisher, along with Zando and TJ. Face off over in the far corner to Phillip's right. Puck drop. Someone goes down, TJ goes down. And Fisher comes in to try to help him. TJ gets on his feet. Puck comes back to their point. Up to the near circle, top of the Jack bats that one down and then gets it up and out. Jackson goes hard after it, and they get it back down over to Xander. Jumps over his stick and comes into the near corner. TJ swings it over to Xander again. Xander looking to move it up to Jack. We get it out of the zone, and Fisher goes hard after him. Puck is battled for. Nice job by Fisher to create the turnover. Jack picks it up and goes far corner. Tries to make a move in the front. Tries to center it. TJ jumps down but overshoots that one. Xander bangs it back into the zone and we have to clear. Fisher gets in there, but they get a free out and they bring it to the near boards into our defensive zone. And a shot gets deflected off of somebody. I think that was Jack. Didn't go out of play, but TJ swings it over to Xander and Kid still has it. Fisher working it up the boards. Xander puts a hit on. Kid walks away with it. Centering pass. He tries to backhand it. Swings at it. Jackson's going to the box again. They're getting their goalie out. Man advantage shot. And, ooh, that one just rolled wide. That was looking like it was going to go in. Jackson's heading to the penalty box again, but let's see what the call is. I think another kind of weak call. 2 minutes for tripping. So, how many penalties is that for us? 5, maybe? It's not what we need. Making it harder on ourselves. That music is annoying. Caleb. Owen is out there. Far point. Circle. Far point again. Up to the near point. Kid walks down. Moves it across. Shot. Goes wide of the net. Comes over to the near side. And Chase gets it up, but not out. Chase is still working on it. And he does get it up to the point. But then it crosses outside. And they have to regroup. So it's Owen, Chase, Lars, and Caleb working this PK. They come down, chip it across. Nice job by Owen to pull that one in. He kicked it down, and then he sends it across to Chase. Chase makes a nice move. Nice shot, but good save by their goalie. Owen picks up the rebound, backhands it around to Caleb. Caleb in front of their bench, cycles it over to Lars, and then Lars sends it up off the ref, who keeps it not from going deep. Landon puts some good pressure on him, and Chase almost picks the pocket of the kid, but he gets into the zone with some speed. Shot stick saved by Phillip, and then Chase gets it out. He's got Landon. Landon comes to the near side, tries to make a move through, and he reaches for it. Landon at the end boards. Gets run up, loses possession. T-Birds come away with it, skate out of the zone. They have 35 seconds left on their man advantage. They get in. Perez gets driven into the boards by Colt. Nice job, Colt. They come up with it, up to the near point, walk down to the middle. Shot! And effing score. And that's going to be halftime. So just bear with me. Jackson's over there arguing his case to the ref or saying, hey, ref, that was a dumb call. At the end of the half, their 28 shots were 28 shots. They're 12. Their score is 3. Our score is 1. Hang in there. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, here we go. We're going to try to talk over the music so we don't get copyright bounce from YouTube. Sorry about being on mute the whole time. You've missed my chatter. But some good opportunities, back and forth. Philip without his helmet. Okay, Philip's set to go. Puck is going to come drop to his right. Owen takes it. T-Bird center gets removed. Number 10 comes in to take it. Nice win back by Owen. Picked up by Caleb, backhanded around to James into the near corner, and then James goes wide in front of our bench. They slam it back up to neutral ice and then get in. It's a one-on-one. Shot gets deflected by somebody, maybe Owen. Picked up by Chase. Chase up to Landon. Landon squirting ahead. He's got it. James. James is over there. Oh, just in front of James's stick. Dang it, that was a good opportunity. Picked up by Chase. Chase moves it around, holding on to it. He sauces it up. Kept alive by Caleb. Caleb runs his guy in front of the bench, and then they get it out. Picked up by Landon. Landon tries to backhand it up, but it's right to a T-Bird, and then he cycles it down for an icing. I'm saving your ears from some kind of crappy music, so you can thank me later. Centering pass, doesn't get through. Ryan is there, trying to get it back up to, who's that? Colt. They get it out of the zone. And Xander, kid takes a shot. Philip holds on to it, nice save. Odd man rush, Xander was back, forcing his guy wide. Colt, Ryan, Lincoln, Xander, and Kane, I think, out on the far side in the far corner. Ryan gets removed. Lincoln comes in. They win it back. Bring it to the nearest corner. Bounce it up. Colt backhands it up. Right turnover. Shot. Save somehow. Ryan's going. He's got Lincoln. Lincoln sends it to Colt. Colt buries it. There we go, Colt. That's what I'm talking about. Good offensive rush by the boys. Good passing back and forth. Colt finishes that one from Lincoln and Ryan. Nice job. Colt gets on the board for number 2. So Chase was number 1. Colt is number 2. We're sticking with the C's right now. Nice job. All right, we're clawing our way back. I feel like we've got another one in us. The shots are 30 to 15. We've got a buck 37 left in the second period. Puck drop. Caden is out there with Riddick and Jacob. Jacob tried to kick it ahead. Now it's a battle on the near boards. Caden comes away with it, but takes a cross check in the back. No call there. Shot on net, stick to side by Philip into the near corner. Cycled over to Lars in the far corner, sent up to Jacob. Jacob backhands it. Riddick overskates it, and T-Birds have it. Nice job by TJ to push his guy up and out into the corner. Puck is dropped behind. Riddick is there, drops his guy. Lars is trying to pick it up off the boards also. Kid is on his knees. Riddick comes away with it, sends it to TJ. TJ bats it up to Caden. Caden gets it across the blue line. Jacob is there, takes a hit, and they get it out of the zone. Puck is where? Nice job by Caden to backhand it down into the near boards. Jacob gets there, tries to get it back up to TJ at the point. TJ sends one in just wide of the net. Puck is there. Fisher backhands it around to Jack Stewart. Stewart in the near corner overshoots that puck. And T-Birds grab it without a lot of pressure. TJ sends one in. Oh! What an opportunity. Who was on the back door? That was Jackson from TJ. And then they airmail it out. It goes off the dasher, and luckily it goes off of the ref. Picked up by TJ. TJ's into the zone. Shot. Blocker save. 7 seconds left. TJ making it happen out there. Sends one to the wide corner, far corner, and that's going to be all the time we have in the second period. Let's see if there's going to be any after whistle shenanigans. Nope, I don't think so. So going into the third, down by 1. Okay, here we go. Starting off the third. Bjorn, Owen, Landon, Chase, TJ. Puck drop, win back, picked up by Chase, into the zone, goes wide, top of the far circle, pulls up, sends it down behind the net, into the near corner. Bjorn comes down, Owen is there. Landon, centering pass back to James. James can't quite get that one away. Back up to Owen. Owen cycles it back down, picked up by Chase in the near corner, and then he loses an edge. Still got possession, but then loses it. They get it up and out. 2-on-2, heading the other way. They send one wide of the net into the far corner. James is there, gets it up, gets over their D. Chase grabs it. Oh, and he can't quite get it into the zone. Owen puts it back down, or is there, but they get it down, back down behind our net. And then a T-Bird came in and gave a little scare. Phillip was just behind the net. Puck is in neutral ice, and they send it down deep. Bjorn gets it. They come away with it. They still have possession up to the near point. Send one through, blocked by Landon. Picked up by Ryan. Ryan goes deep. James sends it up. Glove down by Colt. Colt tries to get it up to... Is that Landon still out there? Landon jumps off. Lincoln finally comes on. Ryan tries to make something happen, but he gets tripped up. They get it back down into our zone. Bjorn cycles it to the far boards in front of our bench. Glove down into the corner behind our net. Picked up by Bjorn. I think outlet pass. Ryan is trying to get there. That was Colt creating the turnover, and Ryan tried to pick up the loose change. Ryan does have it behind the net. Ryan gets rubbed up into the boards. Lincoln comes in to try to take it away and then gets mugged. But he still has it. Lincoln battling. They finally take it away. Puck is on the far boards. Oh, Ryan just overshot that one, and now it's a 1-on-1, 2-on-1 going the other way. There's some D by Caleb. Shot gets off but doesn't hit the net. Lincoln chips it up and out of the zone. Ryan was going to grab it and get off to the races, but they dump it into our far corner. Picked up by Caleb. Ryan heads off. Comes around to Xander. Xander moves it up. Outlet pass up to Riddick. Riddick goes to the far corner. Caden is out there. Puck floats in front of the goalie. Caden was there, but the goalie covered it and held on. Puck drop. They get it out. Kane covers back, front of our bench. Sends it to the near boards and into their zone. Jacob gets after it quickly. Picks it up behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Riddick was just a little bit too far out. And then Kane tries to get it back into their zone, but they pick it up in neutral ice and get it into our zone. Make a move wide. Kane dumps his guy and then backhands the puck behind the net. Lars is back over there. Kane grabs it. Kane lost the handle on that one. They send it back into the corner. Kane does pick that one up and then slams it up the near boards. Up to Jacob. Jacob has Caden. Jacob sends one in on net and big juicy rebound, but we were a little too far away. Jacob slams it back up. Riddick tries to pull it. Caden has it. Caden shoots one up and over the net just a little bit. Riddick is behind the net battling for it. Riddick comes away. Oh, really good backhand centering pass. TJ sends one in just wide of the net. Riddick, wraparound opportunity. And no whistle, but Caden was jamming at it until they did blow the whistle, but the goalie had that one covered up. 13-12 remain in the third period. Shots are 17 them, 37 us. We're 20 up. Jackson, Jack, Fisher, James, TJ out there right now. Fisher takes the face off. Wins it back. James grabs it. Bottom of the circle, moving in, centering pass, just gets chipped behind the net. Into the near corner. Jackson is there. Jackson gets run. He gets up and gets after it, sends it back down behind the net, goes off the dasher momentarily, and Riddick gets over there, picked up by Jack. Jack centering pass, but didn't quite make it all the way through. Jackson was trying to work it. Comes up to TJ. TJ backhands it, keeps it alive in the zone. Jackson gets there. Comes back to TJ, and then they finally exit. Comes back over to James. James sends it high up off the glass into the far corner, and that went out of play. I thought it was going to stay just off the glass, but it wasn't. So the face-off comes all the way back down into our zone. Ted thinks that was horrible. Puck drop, up. Owen, Landon, and Chase out there. Puck comes up and out. That's going to be icing. Riders down by 1. Okay, puck drop, picked up by Bjorn. Bjorn up off the glass here to the near point, chipped out of the zone by Landon. Chase gets after it. Chase picks it up. Kid whiffed on it. Chase has it. Back around to Owen. Owen centering pass over to Xander's, jumps over Xander's stick and into the zone. And off the ref. Then it's batted around, picked up by the T-Birds in front of their bench, and then cycled out to the near boards and into our zone. Left for Xander behind the net. He goes to the near corner, leaves it for Bjorn. Bjorn up the boards to Landon. Landon gets it out, picked up by a T-Bird inside the red line. And then skated back down into their zone, taken by them. Skated across. Bjorn forces his guy wide. Kid makes a, nice hit by Bjorn. Holy shit, takes out the kid and the ref partially. But they have it at the point. Shot up and into the rafters for a whistle. Nice hit by Bjorn. That was quality. Lincoln, Colt, Ryan, Lars, Caleb out there right now. Face off in our zone, 11-12. Remaining in the third, 37 shots, them 17, or 37 us, 17 them. 20-goal differential. Fan on that one. Kid has it, walking in front. Shot goes where? Behind the net, picked up by Ryan. Ryan working a kid off of him, cycles away from pressure. He moves it over to Lars. Lars skates it out of the zone. Lars puts one in on net. Big rebound. Kicked up and out. One-on-one going the other way. It's going to be Lars against one kid. Lars grabs it, skates away easily. Not so easily. And they get it. They keep it alive. There's Ryan, or that's Caleb that came in. Kid tries to center it, and Colt chips it away, and we finally get it up and out. Big pass up to Lincoln. Lincoln has a partial breakaway, but it just gets in front of him. He squirts around, goes down to his knees, holds on to the puck. They bang it up, and they get it. There we go. Caleb keeps it alive. Goes down into the far corner. Colt, Lincoln. Lincoln has it. Lincoln shoots it. Sends one in, and oh, come on, lift it, lift it, lift it. Oh my gosh, Ryan had it. He was squirting across the front of the net and just couldn't get it up that 6 inches to go over the outstretched goalie, who made a nice play to come to the near side. And Lincoln's all tied up underneath. But that was a good opportunity, almost tied it right there. Shots are 40 us now, 17. Man, that was good. Jacob, Riddick, and Caden. Kane, oh, right to the T-Bird kid, and they skated up and out. Picked up by Caden in our zone, behind our net, far corner. Caden dumps it across for TJ, back behind the net again. TJ holds up, zigs and zags, goes up to Kane. Kane dumps it out of the zone, gets it to Caden. Caden puts it into their zone and chases it. T-Bird slam it up in the far corner. Riddick tries to get there. TJ keeps it alive, sends it down. TJ, big shot, goes up and over. Kane gets it and dumps it down to the near corner. Jacob comes in to try to support. He's working the boards. Riddick is there, takes a high elbow to the head. T-Birds get it into our zone. And who was that? Was that Kane that was on the ground? He prevented a centering pass, but Riddick goes in front of their bench into the zone, makes a nice move to the outside, and then shoots one. It just goes off the post. Beautiful little play by Riddick. And they come back the other way, picked up by Smitty, middle of the ice. Smitty sends it deep. Jack Stewart chases that one. And they go near boards. Xander pinches down. Fisher's out there to try to cover. T-Birds have it behind their net. Jack's putting some pressure on, and they send it all up. Icing is waved. It goes all the way down behind our net. 8:41 remain. We turn it over. Jackson is out there going hard, as always. It's at the near hash marks. Jackson's waiting for a puck to come out. James moving to the side, picked up by Fisher. Fisher has Jackson. Jackson up off the skate. Ooh, beautiful pickup from that back skate up to his stick, man. That was pretty. That was some really good. Oh, centering pass by Jackson to Jack. Can't quite get there, and T-Birds come back down with some speed into our zone. Kid pulls up. Near hash, centering pass. Batted aside by Jackson. Jackson. Now it's James working the boards. Fisher comes in to support. Puck jumps out. And James has it. James moves it up to Jack. Jack sends it in on net, but the goalie reached up and gloved that high shot that was going about 4 feet over and holds on for a whistle. So I heard that their other goalie yesterday just sustained a concussion and like a strained neck. So luckily no bones broken, no back broken, etc. So that's good news for him. I guess he's out 4 to 6 with a concussion, but that's way better than a broken back or neck. So Chase circles around, centering pass. Landon was over there, but they skated out of the zone. Lars pushes them to the side, but they get it back down. And Bjorn chips it to the far corner. They pick it up. They're like moving their feet a little more than we are right now. So we got to get there. We got to get there. Get there. Lars pushes his guy up into the boards. Owen comes in and takes it away, scoots behind the net, and then a big outlet pass picked up by their D, left for us. Chase gets it to Lannon. Lannon at his feet. Lannon centering pass to Chase. Oh, they can't quite get the shot off, and T-Birds come back with some hustle into our zone. Makes a move, drives across the net, and there's going to be a penalty coming against Lars. Tripping, I think. Let's see what the call is. Two for, I don't know what is that call. Maybe, sorry, don't know that one. It's kind of like, almost like a hooking call. Maybe that's what it was. Either way, we're a man down for 2 minutes at 6:53 remaining. We get it up to their point. They go top of the far circle. Ryan is out there. TJ, Colt, Caleb. TJ's working his dude into the boards at the end in the far corner. Centering pass. Off the bottom. And they go up by another one. Nobody was on this guy on the back door. And 19 shots, maybe their 19th shot. Now we're down by 2 with 6.5 left. Penalties are killing us. I think that's probably the third one that they've scored on their power play. There's a shot and a nice save by Phillip. So it's the story of the game is the penalties and our PK not being as effective as it should be. They scored 3 on them. So was I on mute that whole time? You gotta be kidding me. Sorry, I've been yakking away and not paying attention. Oh, centering pass, doesn't get through. That will be icing. Icing is waved. Ooh, turnover. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Lincoln kicks it ahead. Lincoln is going, he's got Colt. Lincoln pulls up, moves it across to Ryan. Ryan shot, and what the hell? How did that not go in? There's Colt banging. .155 left in the game, and I think you might have missed the fact, timeout, you might have missed the fact that I said that the captains were called, and when we scored last time, when Ryan scored on that power play, 4 of them were on. We have 4. We have Lars, Lincoln, Ryan, and Owen, and they're all wearing C's today for the first time. The C's are white on white, so they're hard to pick out, but I don't know. We got 2 white C's, one for the black jersey and one for the white jersey. So that was an interesting choice, but what's Jacob doing up there? Kneeling on the boards. And we're at 1:55 remaining. 43 shots for us, 21 for them. Face-off is going to be in front of the T-Birds bench, looks like, with Riddick, Jacob Caden out in front, and Xander and Lars on defense. So their center gets removed. Puck goes back. Jacob gets after it. Puts his guy up into the boards. Riddick comes up to Xander. Xander keeps it alive. Xander shot and rebound, batted up and out over the stick and for icing. So 1:42. So that's scrubbed off 13 seconds. And we need every last second. Next line. Owen, Caden, Riddick. Hold on. Chase. All right, so Chase, Landon, Owen up front. And Owen, we've got our net empty, so Philip is on the bench. Shot! Riddick blasts one. Lars keeps it alive, backhands it down. Riddick grabs it. Landon through the crease. Picked up by Owen. Owen moves it back up to Chase, over his stick. Up to the point. Chase walks around. Walks to the center. Back to Owen! One-timer ties it up. Chase, I think, on the back door. At 1:17 left. Owen gets that one. Nice job. Boy, what a beautiful shot. I think from Chase. Nice job, boys. There we go. Let's get that one on as quick as we can. Tied the game with 1:17 left. We're double the shots that they have. Nice. Making it exciting. It never should have gotten this way. Puck drop. Lars picks it up. 1:13 left. Back over to Zando. Zando, big outlet off of the glass, and that went down for icing. Comes all the way back down to Phillips left in the far corner at 1:04 remaining. Tied game. Let's just put it away here and not bother with OT. Owen, Chase, Xander, some dude is unconscious. cheering for the T-Birds. Lannon gets up after it. Lannon making a hustle after it. Picked up by T-Birds. They send it up. It's in neutral ice. Batted down by Owen. Then they pick it up and get it down on net, actually. Swept aside by Phillip. Xander picks it up, goes high up off the glass. Lannon has to rinse and repeat, get after that one again. They send it to the near boards. Colt comes out there. I know we're doing a change on the fly. Ryan has it, tries to pull it in the middle, but doesn't quite get there. Lincoln comes out. Shot. Rebound. Puck is loose, picked up by Colt. He gets rubbed into the ground. No penalty called. They flick it up. Glove down by Caleb. Caleb. Then Lars working the boards. 4, 3, 2, 1. TJ. No, that was Colt. Ryan tried to get off, and we're going into OT. Tied up. Looks like 3-on-3. We got Lars, Owen, Chase.
Well, I guess we just lost that fucking game.
Okay, against their 3. Here we go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's do it. Owen wins it back. Lars backhands it around to Chase. Chase back pedals in front of Phillip. Phillip looking at him go behind the net. Reset. Chase has it. Chase skates it up through neutral ice, and he makes a move to the outside. Chase has got some space. Looking for a wraparound. Moves it ahead up the boards to Lars. T-Birds pick it up. T-Birds come. We didn't get a shot off on that attempt. Perez goes, shoots one just wide. He had a step on us. Lars picks it up in the far corner. They send one kid off. We send one. Ryan comes on for Chase. Now, Ryan has it. Owen is out there. Lars is out there. Okay, come on, guys. We got 4:02 left. Lincoln comes on. We get a line change. TJ comes on, so we got all fresh legs out there. Ryan moves it to Lincoln. Lincoln leaves it for Ryan. Ryan comes up through center ice. Goes down. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gets it picked. TJ gets it poked out of the zone. TJ's got some pressure on him. He goes out towards the T-Bird bench. He gets into the zone. TJ comes down. TJ still has it. Near point. Backs it out of the zone. Regroup. Up to Ryan. Ryan goes in. He's got Lincoln trailing. Makes a move. Lincoln goes away with it into the far corner. Lincoln circles around. Lincoln still has it. Moves it back up to Teej. Teej is outside of the zone. Resets. New legs coming on for the forwards. TJ's getting some pressure back there. Moves it over to Caden. Caden is on there with Landon now. Landon. Caden has it behind our net. He skates it up. Moves it. Big pass up to TJ, but it's a little too far in front of him, and that it's going to be icing. TJ runs his kid a little bit anyway at the end, and we're at 2:44. Yeah, we're playing a little bit conservatively here. James is on there. TJ went off, so it's Landon, Caden, James. 4-4 is the tie. Score in overtime. James behind our net. Landon circles around, going to pick it up. Comes out with some speed. Landon cuts to the middle. He's got James going. We got 3 guys up. Landon tries to get it, picks it up in the corner. T-Birds grab it. James back pedals. It's 2-on-1. Shot. Oh, just misses the top far corner. Landon tries to get it out. They chip it to the far hash mark. Centering pass. Kid's there. Can't quite get it away. Comes into the near corner. Picked up by James. James skates it up. James is going all the way. James. Looks like we got a change. Landon heads off. James tries to make a move. Gets picked to the outside. They send it up and chip it up into the middle. Owen is back out there. Owen grabs it. He gets it into the zone. Looking for help. Makes a move. Still has it behind the net. Still has it. Looking for help. He moves it up to Lars. Lars walks down in the center. Lars moves it across to Chase. Chase is out there with Owen, Lars. Chase moves down top of the circle. Chase shoots one. Saved by their goalie. No rebound. 132. And same kids out there. Chase, Owen, Lars. Puck drop. Owen at center. Win back by the T-Birds. Owen working them up into the boards. Tying them up. 126. Oh, shit. There's a penalty coming on Chase. Hit from behind. We're going to be a man down. Penalties are the bitch of this game. That was a pretty weak call, I'll tell you. Especially in OT, where you're 3-on-3. Now they're going to get an extra skater. That was crap. TJ, Owen, Lars, it looks like, are on the ice right now. Chase is sitting in the box. Refs are discussing it, probably saying that was a bullshit call. Glad for no music. They're still talking about it, but it looks like they're going to put out, they have 3 skaters. There are 4 coming out for them and 3 for us, so we'll be down a man. The faceoff will be in our zone. At 1:22 remaining. TJ, Owen, and Lars. So defensive heavy right now. For 2 minutes, that's the rest of the game. Owen knocks his guy down. They go up to the point. And we're on the kill for the last part. Nice stick by TJ to interrupt that one. They move it up top of the far circle. Owen doing nice pressure by Owen. Keeping him to the outside. Move it to the near dot. Shot and big block by TJ. TJ eats that one. They get it back. Go to the far corner. In the middle, shot deflected. Shot, another shot. Blocker save, I think, by Phillip. Behind the net. Move it up to the near hash marks. Come up to the center. Over to the far top of the far circle. Back to the center. Walk down. Shot goes through. Just goes wide. 36-5. 4. Let's go. Let's go to shootout. Maybe, hopefully, if we can keep this one away. All right. Owen's there. Shot. Saved by Phillip. Nice glove save. Beautiful. At 26 seconds left. Okay. Lincoln is on there with Xander and James now for the last 26.6. that remain in the overtime period. Lincoln's going to be at center. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Puck win back to T-Birds. And it floats out of the zone. There we go. We'll take it. They go wide side in front of the scorer's table. Sauce it to the near side. Kid walks down, top of the circle. Backhands it. Lincoln pokes it out of the zone. Nice job. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good job. Lincoln's forcing him wide. Kid comes to the back door. into the middle, can't do it. Lincoln grabs it and sends one on net right as the buzzer hits, and we're going into a shootout, I would bet. Good effort. Holy cow. This is nerve-wracking. Nice job, boys. Good kill there. Okay, here we go. Philip, they're going first, it looks like. Kid is out here, getting lined up. First one. Number 5 grabs the puck. He goes in front of our bench. Makes a move at the top of the circle. Shot blocked by Philip. Yeah, baby. Way to go, Philip. Making it look easy. Next up, Riddick for us. All right, Riddick. Let's put this one in. All right, Riddick gets the whistle. Riddick comes down. He moves to the far side. Through the center. Shot! Score, Riddick! Yes. And we go up by 1. Nice. All right. They're getting another chance here. Number 28 comes out. He comes to the near side. Circles towards the center. Makes a move. Shot and saved by Philip. All right. Owen comes out. Owen doesn't pause. Picks up the puck. Owen just tucks it, but right at the goalie's skate, and he makes a save. So we're up by 1. Phillip's been standing tall. Number 7 comes out with some speed. He moves to the far side. Back towards the center. Shot! And that's it. In overtime, in shootout. Riders take it. Philip stood tall, didn't let anything in, and a score by Riddick put us up. And we win that one in overtime shootout. Beautiful. Way to go, boys. Way to not give up. Way to not let those penalties get to us, even though we've got to seriously work on that in a big way, huge way, because they scored 3 times on penalties, and we don't need that. And that was like most of their goals. They got 4 goals and 3 of them were on power play. So awesome job, Riders. Way to pull it back. They pull out a win against the T-Birds. We'll take it. And thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate your support of the Riders. Look forward to talking again soon. And as always, go Riders. Thank you. Hey.
You look like your dad.
Oh, yes? Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, so do.
Yep.
Thanks. That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great.
We could go back and watch it on YouTube.
Okay, I will.
Take care.
Bye.
I'll move out of your way here.
Thanks, okay.
Yeah, you bet.
What app is that?
What's that?
What app is that?
It's called Stitcher Radio.
But,
It's on
iOS
Apple.
only.
It's iOS only, so I had to buy the freaking iPad because I don't use them.
Yeah, you can do all it.
Yeah, so that's the only bummer about it.
It's amazing.
It's really nice. Yeah. Because I get
Hi.
videos, I put like